Hey guys, Jason Rozinka here, and I am just continuing my series here titled, Are You Tired of Feeling Like Crap? This is the third in the series. Yesterday I talked about some organizational skills, and before that I talked about sleep. So I've gone through those two so far. Today I'm going to be talking about nutrition. Nutrition is huge. It's one of those things that can be overlooked by a lot of people. If they're starting, let's say they're starting a workout program, they're starting to trying to lose weight, so they exercise until they're blue in the face, and they don't lose weight, and they don't know why. I was there, did that, done that, and it's your nutrition. 80% of what we do, how we feel, and what we do is geared towards your nutrition. It's what you fuel your body with. Is how it's going to make you feel. It's like going and buying a brand new Ferrari, and instead of putting super unleaded in, you put diesel in it. Well, the car's not going to run. And that's how you're going to feel if you're putting a bunch of crap in yourself. So nutrition's huge. It's easy to get busy and to not just grab whatever's easier to put in your mouth when you're hungry. But that's when we get in trouble. So I'm just going through a few things here that I've done that kind of help me out with that. One thing when you're doing your grocery shopping is, you've heard this before probably, but you shop the outside aisles. You want to get your fresh food. You don't want to get your processed food. And that's where all the kind of the bad food is in those center aisles. All the fresh food is in the outside aisles. Is it going to be more difficult to get fresh food? Absolutely. It's going to be more difficult. You're probably going to have to go grocery shopping more often because they're not going to have a shelf life of months or years like the stuff you can get in those center aisles. That's the stuff that's bad for you. And shopping those outside aisles and getting those fresh foods, fruits, vegetables, are where it's at and where it's going to make you feel better. Reading the labels. Labels, it's not surprising that it's difficult to eat well because labels are very misleading. If you just walk down the aisle and just look at the labels on things, on healthy this and healthy that and low fat this and gluten free, and the labels are all there and they're labeled very well to get people to buy them, not to tell you what's good and what's not. Most things that are labeled like all natural or healthy aren't. Simply, things that are good for you don't need to have labels on them. You don't see labels on fresh broccoli and fresh cauliflower saying that they're healthy or all natural or whatever they are. Organic, yes, but general rule of thumb: if it's labeled like that, you need to look at the label and read it and see what it says. Those labels, any kind of healthy food should have 5 or less ingredients in it. Anything that's good for you. If you cannot pronounce the ingredients, it's not good for you. You need to have food that's in there or ingredients that are in there that you can read. If it's an ingredient that you cannot buy at the grocery store, if you're going to go and buy this and you see that ingredient in there, you can't pronounce it, you can't find it in a grocery store, probably not good for you. And those are things that you should steer clear from. Organic food is more expensive. There are some kind of sacrifices that you might need to make to eat that food, to buy that food, and there's cuts that we can make. There's always things that we can do, and what's healthier for your family. Are you going to buy cheaper food just because of you want to go out to dinner with your family, or splurge here or splurge there, and in the meantime you're buying cheaper food? So try to budget that and buy organic food and buy stuff that's healthier for you. And it all depends on where you live too. Some people don't have the options like people do in bigger cities, or some cities that have more choices for food, but try to be aware of that too. Another thing that I think too when I either eat or drink anything, think what is this going to do for my body? How is this going to help my body? And there's certain things that you eat. I mean, anybody that, there's always debate when I mention anything about diet pop or pop in general, soda, whatever you want to call it. People get pretty upset that are really into their sodas, and I understand that, but what good does it do for you? There's a whole information that I could give you about what diet pop or pop does to you when you drink it. And I'm not just saying that. There's other things too, but you have to think about, how is this going to help my body? And what is it going to do for me? And those are the things you have to think about all the time when you eat or drink something. And then maybe that'll make you think twice about putting it down and not eating it. Another thing that I do too is we try to get, it's hard with kids, and we try, but it still kind of gets its way into our house. But you try to throw away junk food and not even bring it in your house, and the temptation isn't there. I was a big Cheeto freak when I was growing up, and times have changed, and that's just one thing that that I say no to. But if the temptation is there, you're more likely to grab at it and do that. So hopefully this helped you out. This is a few tips. We can go on and on about this, but hopefully this helped you out and give you a little bit of idea on how you can make nutrition better and tighten it up a little bit, and how it's going to make you feel better and not feel like crap. All right, guys. Peace. Remember to play hard and eat well, and make sure that you like, subscribe, or comment down here, and take care.